Let's start to our first episode. I will share to you a Supreme Court decision. This is the case of Nestor and Rosalina, the petitioners versus the Court of Appeals and the Republic of the Philippines. So the petitioners here are Nestor and Rosalina. The respondents were the Court of Appeals and the Republic of the Philippines. So additional context, I will read to you some of the facts of the case. The case also references the predecessors in interest of the petitioners, specifically spouses Hitulio and Lucrecia. They were the ones who initially filed for judicial confirmation of title and for the registration of title. There was also reference to Felicissimo and Teodulo. They were mentioned as individuals who were given the opportunity to file a written opposition regarding a certain parcel of land which was included in the petition for judicial confirmation and registration of title. Okay. So let's start with the facts. This is a petition for review of the decision of the Court of Appeals. So normally, Bisayaon lang ako ha. Kung maabot ni sa Supreme Court, most of the time, gikan dyan na siya sa Court of Appeals. Most of the time, not all the time. Okay? Kung ang kaso sa yuta. So this is a petition for review of the decision for the Court of Appeals. Unsa may intention? The intention is nullifying the decision of the Court of First Instance of which confirmed, okay, Court of First Instance sa karon nga panahon, this is the Regional Trial Court, which confirmed the petitioner's title over the lots subject of the instant petition. Okay, so the petitioners further seek to annul and set aside the resolutions of the Court of Appeals denying their urgent motion to recall the judgment entered in the land registration case. So what is the backstory or the antecedent facts? So the antecedent facts are as follows. The antecedent facts starts way back 1960, November 1960. The petitioners, the predecessors in interest, spouses Hitulio and Lucrecia, filed with the Court of First Instance an application for judicial confirmation and registration of their title, and it involves 4 lots, no? Lot 1 and 2 of subdivision plan X and lots 1 and 2 of subdivision plan Y. Okay, so let's disregard the number, the serial number of the subdivision plan so that it will make things simple for us. So these are all located in the same locality. So what is the decision of the court, no? The Court of First Instance? The Court of First Instance, the decision, way back 1961, it entered an order of default against the whole world, except spouses, Felicissimo and Teodulo, who were given within 10 days to file their written opposition. So this is not really a decision. This is more of an order, no? An interlocutory order. So they were given an opportunity within 10 days to file their written opposition as regards a certain parcel of land. Okay, let's call it lot number 2 of plan, subdivision plan, let's say Y. Okay, letter Y. Upon motion of the petitioner's predecessors in interest, okay, lot number 2 was removed from the coverage of the petition. So impliedly, no, from what I can see in this decision, the petitioners yielded to the oppositor. So they dropped one out of the 4 parcels that they included in their petition. So they decided to drop it from their petition. Okay, so the remaining parcel of land has an area of a few thousand square meters. So on June 15, 1967, the Court of First Instance promulgated a decision. So this is already a decision initially there was an order of general default. That is what usually happens when you file these types of petition. There will be an initial hearing, no? An order will be issued setting the case for initial hearing, and that order will be, let's just say, made known. There will be a notice given, depending on the modes of giving notice indicated in that order and in the procedure. And it will notify the public, no? Ideally, the theory is to notify the public and to make known to those persons who intend to oppose the petition. So if there will be no oppositor, there will be an order of general default. And in this case, there was an order of general default except certain persons. Usually the order of general default does not include the state. Okay. So June 15, 1967, the Court of First Instance or the Regional Trial Court promulgated a decision confirming the petitioner's title to the property. Later, a few months later, original certificate of title was issued in the name of the petitioners. Okay. So later on, after 18 years, there was a challenge, and that will be the subject of our next episode. So if you have updates, recent updates in law, no, I urge you. So this is my advocacy. Please contribute updates. Pero kung mag-send mo link lang, gov.ph link. Gov.ph link. Ayaw ng link sa walay klaro kay basin sayop. Kanang gikan sa government websites, Philippine official website of the Republic of the Philippines, gov.ph. If you have latest updates but those involving these topics only, ayaw tong mga wala na ko gitunan, kaya mga related lang sa akong studies and advocacy, I encourage you so that I can share also to others the latest updates, no? Kaya di man ako na may bawaan tanan. So, if you can share, send a link, okay? So, ayaw sa Facebook page nga messenger, kaya di ko tigbasa na. Send a link to, this is my email address. Ambot to maklaro ba? So, that is Juliet Alpha November, Romeo Uniform Zulu, John Ruse, mo na ako name, no? Juliet Alpha November, Romeo Uniform Zulu, Lima Alpha Whiskey. Okay? johnruslo@gmail.com. So, send link. Ayun ang taas kayo. Link lang. So that I can verify, and if the source is legitimate or it is a very recent update, I will read it and try to explain it in this channel. So this channel is a co-learning channel. So we will be co-learners. So feel free to share a link, link to the latest updates. So we will talk about the challenge more than a decade after to the title of the petitioners. So I will see you in the next episode.